lifestyle editor at Impakter. We're a platform dedicated to informing and empowering the public to live a sustainable lifestyle. So today I'm joined by Manuel Lopez Hoya. He's one of the 3 founders of Arcticus, a lifestyle brand dedicated to supporting and protecting the Arctic environment and its wildlife. Welcome, Manuel. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Clara. Thank you so much for having me here. We're actually, good fans of what Impakter is doing. So yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm super happy to be able to share with your audience what Arcticus is all about. And yeah, thank you so much.
So I am very shocked and amazed to learn how young you are. You're 21 years old. Can you talk us a little bit about how the idea for Arcticus came about and how you kind of juggled building your own company with being a student?
That is a very good question. It's definitely not easy. But actually, when I met the co-founders, Andrew Lewis and Christian Hess, we were just 16. We were studying together in high school in the UK. And we became very good friends. So we spent a lot of time together. We shared a lot of interests. Among all these interests, we had this drive for business. It's just something that we wanted to do. We wanted to experiment. At the same time that we were really passionate about sustainability, environmentalism, and everything that involved. So it just kind of felt natural to put these 2 things together, to combine them. This is really what led to the foundation of Arcticus. Obviously, the brand has expanded a lot, has progressed more and redefined its values. But this is really what it was. We had this interest. We were good friends, and we wanted to do something together. I studied international business, and the co-founders study medicine and mechanical engineering. So these are really demanding, university degrees. We have this passion for what Arcticus means, what Arcticus is expanding into and developing. As long as you love it, you'll find the time.
I think being young gives you an edge as well, because first of all, it's your planet you're going to be inheriting, and it's your future. So in a way, it makes sense that this kind of initiative comes from young people and young minds. You support a lot of specific programs in the Arctic, and you donate 25% of your profits to these projects and activities across the Arctic Circle that are run by NGOs, some of them very big, like WWF. Why is the Arctic the main focus of your advocacy?
When you think of climate change and the impact that it's having, it's if not the biggest, it's one of the biggest social issues that we have these days, and it's going to have the most impactful repercussions in the future. The first thing that comes to mind, at least for us, is the Arctic. It's going to be the first environment that is going to feel, and it's already feeling this impact. It's so important to focus on this conservation. And back in the days when we started Arcticus, we did some initial research and to understand what other brands were supporting. And we found that, you could find these brands planting trees and at the same time also collecting trash from the ocean, which are amazing programs. I mean, we also love this, but we were just shocked that you couldn't find all the brands focusing on the conservation of the Arctic, considering how important it is. So we just reached the conclusion that the reason behind all of this is because the conservation of the Arctic is very hard to support. It really is. It's a huge cost. It's really broad. It's really hard to measure impact. It's just very hard. You don't even know where to start. But these are not really the values that we share. We share the values that anyone can have a positive impact in the world. And we want to empower our community to do this, not only now with all planting trees and conservation of the ocean, which is really important, but we also wanted to build a brand that it's producing products that people love and people can feel happy about it. And at the same time, it's supporting this cause that no other brand is allowing them to support. So we find that NGOs, they're really willing to help. They're really willing to cooperate together. And it is absolutely amazing in that sense.
Sure. So can you talk us a little bit about some of the programs and initiatives that you help fund? And do you have an involvement in how these things are run, or is it, you relinquish it all to the NGO?
The general approach is that we leave the NGOs to run the programs in the way that they seem fit, because they know better, right? They have been working on this, they have their experts on the field, and they are going to be able to develop the project in the most adequate manner, right? So what we do is to find these programs, and sometimes not only we don't necessarily donate to the all NGO or all the Arctic programs that they have, but to specific activities. So our job is to find these programs and activities and support them and collaborate to destinate our funds towards these specific programs. For example, we also have this partnership that was established in 2021 with the whale and dolphin conservation with WDC. And what we do there is support the world's first beluga whale sanctuary in Iceland. And this program has the purpose to give former captive beluga whales a more natural environment to live in. So we think that this is a very honorable cause for the Arctic wildlife. Its ultimate purpose is obviously to prevent any wildlife to be captive. And so we are really proud to be part of this in such a innovative project as well. It's the first sanctuary for beluga whales that has ever been built. And this is just an example, as you can see, in how we support the Arctic wildlife by in a different way that we will be supporting them with the WWF. We also have another niche program that we haven't actually announced yet, but I'll just say here with Hearts in the Eyes, which is a very niche program run by two women who spend like long periods of time in the Arctic to gather research. And it's actually proving very useful for institutions that are now collecting this research that otherwise will not be possible.
Fantastic. You said that it's important for your audience to also understand and to see the efforts that you're doing and supporting. What is your approach to storytelling, and how do you think it's best to communicate these things to your audience?
It's very important to measure the impact, right? Yet this is very challenging for the Arctic. We support the diet of the beluga whales, and we can quantify, we have provided them, because of our funds, we have provided them this amount of fish, because it has to be sourced from local fishermen. And this is something that we can quantify. There are certain things that we quantify, and it's important to share with the audience. But at the end of the day, it's really important to share more what the overall purpose of the programs. Because there's no other way really around it. We really also want to motivate our audience to realize that anyone can have a positive impact.
So talk us through some of your products. I actually have one of them here because you sent it over. So it's the Arctic bottle. So you sell some t-shirts, water bottles, and these really cool bracelets. I think I saw that it's made of volcanic and agate gemstone. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but so here's the water bottle, very cute. Why did you choose these particular products, and do you have any plans of expanding your offerings? What's in store for the future? I'll put that there for now.
Well, when we develop the product, the ultimate goal is we want to develop products that people love. We want to develop products that look good and people feel attached to, they want to use. Then we try to add to the design of the products. But certainly anything that we think that looks amazing and people will love is a product that fits with our standards. And however, we're like really evolving the way that we develop products. We not only want to develop products that look good, but we also want to develop these products that go beyond the donations, right? That have a further utility in sustainability. The bottle is a perfect example that not only where it's gonna help towards these donations, but it's also preventing the use of single-use plastics. The bottle, it has on the lid is made out of bamboo, and this is certified bamboo to be sourced sustainably. And also the packaging is all FSC certified. Following this philosophy, we actually have a very exciting new line of clothing that we will be dropping in 2022. It's really exciting. It's a full rebranding of our current clothing, but it's gonna look absolutely amazing, and it's all made out of organic cotton, which is once again, it's kind of highlighting how we want to move forward with the development of products, making use of very sustainable materials.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, everyone needs a water bottle. It's something that's super useful for everyday life. It's really well designed, super nice, and your logo is very cute. It's a little polar bear. Okay, cool. So speaking about sustainability, with the adoption of the UN 2030 agenda and the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, a lot of brands are kind of, jumping onto the bandwagon, saying they're sustainable. Obviously, not all of them are doing this right. So it is a learning process. So what are some of the key learnings from your own path to sustainability? And what are some of the future challenges that you kind of anticipate for your brand?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it is really a learning process. It is something that you're not gonna get right, from day one. It's just not the way it works, and this is something that we realize from experience, right? We can be making all these amazing donations, but if then we have big inefficiencies in the way we produce or we handle waste, or internal processes in logistics, then you're kind of diminishing really your purpose. You're not really having a positive impact, and this is something that you learn. All the brands that have this as a purpose of sustainability, all of them have made mistakes, have done not run operations efficiently, and have not been, holding up to the highest standards of sustainability. So this is something that you learn. And the way we found that we do best is by being very critical with what we do, always revising every little activity. And this extends from the materials used, which is something that we're constantly making little changes and improving, to packaging, to less obvious things as it can be how you handle waste in your warehouse or in production. Who do you work with? This is also very important. Like, what suppliers are you working with? Do they also have similar or like at least minimum sustainability values? This is very important. It's something that at first can be overlooked, but it is certainly crucial. By the end of the day, you need to be very critical and you need to stay loyal to your values as a brand.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Manuel. It was a pleasure speaking to you and learning more about Arcticus. You can find Arcticus's products on eco.impakter.com along with other sustainable brands. We look forward to your clothing line that you're going to be launching next year, hopefully sometime next year. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Clara. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Impakter for everything he does. We're really happy to be, working with them, joining the marketplace. So yeah, thank you. Thank you once again.